In the midst of the vampire onslaught during the Blood Hunt event, the chaos reaches far beyond the usual battlegrounds, extending all the way to New Orleans, Louisiana. This city is not only known for its vibrant culture, but also as the home of the Strange Academy. As the vampires descend upon New Orleans, the students of Strange Academy, Doyle, Darmarmu, Shaylee, Tooth, Zoe, German, are drawn into an adventure that will take them across the Marvel Universe. Their journey will lead them directly into the heart of the Blood Hunt action, where they will face challenges and dangers unlike any they've encountered before. Get ready for an epic tale filled with magic, mystery, and mayhem in Blood Hunt Strange Academy, Volume 1, Issue 1. A new student joins the Strange Academy. Her name is Pia. Pia thinks to herself, let's play a game. Let's count how many times I lied to the people that I want to be best friends with. The new friend she's talking about is Shaylee Moonpetal, German Aguilar, Zoe, Doyle Darmarmu, Tooth, and Gus Ladd. They are all headed to a vampire tour. Pia is attempting to fit in, but finds herself constantly lying about who she is, feeling nervous around others as she strives to make a good impression. As the tour guide leads them through the vampire tour, something feels amiss, something strange. Suddenly, a little rabbit named Tito Peping appears on Pia's head. A storm begins to brew, but this storm doesn't seem natural. Gus senses that something is amiss, feeling of impending danger. Suddenly, a vampire attacks, sinking his teeth into the tour guide's neck, sending him crashing to the ground. Pia realizes that the situation has taken a turn for the worse, beyond anything she could have imagined. Doyle Darmarmu grimly observes that the dead have risen to join the fray, while Zoe issues a warning not to let the vampires bite, revealing her own undead status. Moonpetal and Tooth vow to protect Pia, the new girl, but their efforts are cut short when the tour guide, now turned into a vampire, attacks and incapacitates them both. As Doyle blasts one vampire aside, Zoe recognizes the dire need for assistance. However, German, overwhelmed with fear, struggles to summon his powers. In a moment of desperation, the new girl, Pia, unexpectedly springs into action. Breaking a shovel, she transforms into a makeshift stake and swiftly dispatches one of the vampires, saving German from imminent danger. Standing over the fallen vampire, Pia receives expressions of gratitude from her fellow Strange Academy students, including a heartfelt thanks from German. As the students congratulate her and express their respect, Pia expresses a genuine smile, unmarred by falsehood for the first time that night. However, Zoe interjects, interrupting the moment, signaling that there may be more challenges ahead. With the sun blackened out by the events of the Blood Hunt, approximately 30 vampires stand ready to engage in battle with the students of Strange Academy. Zoe quickly communicates the urgency of this situation, signaling to the group that they must depart immediately. Minutes later, Doctor Voodoo appears and swiftly ushers the Strange Academy students out, utilizing a portal to dispatch the vampires. Pia reflects to herself, realizing that the price paid for monumentary happiness through deceit often leads to more lives. Dr. Voodoo directs the students to head to their chambers and clean up, with the exception of Pia, who is asked to come to his office. Dr. Voodoo urges Pia to open up about the current situation, expressing concern over the worldwide darkness and the widespread vampire attacks causing mass casualties. He reassures Pia that she won't face any consequences for speaking up. Pia, generally unaware of what's happening, admits her lack of knowledge. However, someone does. Doctor Strange appears in his astral form, indicating that he holds the answers. Doctor Strange discerns that Pia is not involved in the blood hunt, prompting him to request Pia's departure so he can confer privately with Dr. Voodoo. As the others exit the room, Pia notices four of her new friends from the Strange Academy eavesdropping, with Tito perched as usual on her head. Dr. Strange reveals that Blade has orchestrated a global coup, blocking out the sun and unleashing vampires on a killing spree worldwide. He emphasized that humanity's only hope lies in the Montes formula, requiring Darkhold to enact it. Additionally, he mentions that aside from the essence in Wanda, who is missing, he felt a faint trace of it in Madripoor. Doctor Strange requests Dr. Voodoo's assistance, although the specifics are currently unclear. However, following the events of Blood Hunt, blade purged his sword into Doctor Strange's heart. Now Doctor Strange may be a vampire, or at least under Blade's control. Germain, Darmu, Zoe, Shali, and Pia listen intently, realizing the urgency of attaining the Darkhold, an ancient book. When Darmu expresses reluctance to pursue the book, Shaylee believes it's necessary. Germain makes the decisive call, stating that acquiring the book is their next step. Zoe finds herself torn between the different opinions. Shaylee suggests following Doctor Strange's lead, indicating that the Darkhold is located in a forest in Madripoor. She proposes retrieving the book and returning with it, allowing them to determine their course of action from there. Pia realizes that her friends are venturing into a dangerous situation, unaware of the true extent of the power they're facing. She recognizes that there's no one else present to prevent them from proceeding but her. Despite her concerns, when the Strange Academy pupils decide to retrieve the book and return it to the academy, Germain extends a hand, inviting her to join them. In fact, Pia doesn't intervene to stop them. Instead, she decides to join them on their mission. Using a portal door, they transform themselves to Madripoor. Germain warns the group to be vigilant for more vampires. However, as they embark on their quest for the Darkhold book, Shaylee realizes that it's not a book at all. As a strange boy appears in front of the Strange Academy pupils, they inquire if he knows anything about Darkhold. Suddenly, the Darkhold itself responds, echoing Agatha's warnings of the consequences. It questions why they even bother seeking it out if it's the Darkhold they seek. The mystery unfolds as the Strange Academy realize that the boy they encountered is the embodiment of the Darkhold itself. Rising above the ground, surrounded by mystical words, he reveals his true nature as the Darkhold incarnate. The Strange Academy pupils brace themselves for battle, determined not to make it easy for Darkhold boy. Shaylee voices their defiance, followed by Darmu emphasizing their readiness to resist. Germain channels his magical ability to transform into a massive rhino, while Shaylee takes the first swing. However, the Darkhold swiftly incapacitates her, followed by Germain, whose rhino form proves ineffective against him. Dormammu unleashes his magical power, but they are quickly nullified, as are Zoe's efforts. As the Darkhold boy knocks out the entire Strange Academy, he expresses disappointment, remaining that it wasn't nearly as enjoyable as he had anticipated. With the rest of the Strange Academy incapacitated, the lone pupil left standing is the new student, Pia. Tio, perched atop of Pia's head, attempts to protect her, but is swiftly swatted away by the Darkhold boy. As the Strange Academy kids begin to regain consciousness, Pia mourns the loss or the injury of Tito, recognizing his unwavering desire to help her. Faced with the inevitability of her actions, she suddenly rises to her feet, her eyes ablaze with red determination. Without hesitation, she charges towards the Darkhold, propelled by a newfound sense of purpose. As Pia engages the Darkhold, it becomes apparent that she possesses vampiric magical powers. With a swift movement, she sinks her teeth into his neck, drawing upon her abilities. Surprisingly, she finds herself enjoying the act, embracing the surge of power coursing through her veins. In the prequel to Blood Hunt, Strange Academy, the Darkhold communicates with Agatha, affectionately calling her Mommy. However, Agatha rebuffs this term when they are alone, reminding Darkhold that's only a disguise to conceal their true identity. The Darkhold becomes frustrated with Agatha's response, artistically acknowledging that he's only allowed to call her Mommy in public to maintain their facade. Agatha admonishes the Darkhold to behave and refrain from sneaking around, emphasizing the importance of maintaining his human form to understand the world better. She acknowledges that the Scarlet Witch is searching for them, prompting the Darkhold to sarcastically inquire if Scarlet Witch is Daddy. Agatha vehemently denies this suggestion, screaming that she's not his mother. Disappointed by her reaction, the Darkhold departs from Agatha's presence. As the Darkhold runs off screaming that Agatha isn't his mother, Agatha pursues him. In a desperate attempt to halt his escape, the Darkhold employs black magic to transform one of the train workers into a tiger, hoping to impede Agatha. However, the transformed worker turned tiger now becomes an unexpected threat as it turns on Agatha, attacking her with vicious intent. Faced with the unexpected attack from the transformed tiger, Agatha grapples with the threat while the Darkhold seizes the opportunity to escape. He leaps from the train, plunging into the water below. Now submerged, he must quickly decide on their next destination and course of action. As a small rowboat approaches, an old man offers assistance to the Darkhold. Utilizing his magical abilities, the Darkhold transforms both the old man and his dog into a mystical beast, obedient to his commands. With With his newfound companion, the Darkhold directs them to row the boat, charting a course determined by his own enigmatic intentions. As the Darkhold surveys Madripoor, he expresses satisfaction, deeming it a perfect destination. With a sense of anticipation, he welcomes himself to Madripoor, eager to immerse himself into the experiences that wait him on this mysterious and enigmatic land. In the prequel story of Pia finds herself unexpectedly confronted by a vampire intent on capturing Tito. Tito flees in a desperate attempt to escape. As the vampire closes in on her, Pia reflects on her actions, questioning whether her instinctive response qualifies as heroism without a conscious choice. Despite her doubt, she acts swiftly, using a wooden stake to dispatch the vampire and protect Tito and herself. However, her moment of triumph is short-lived as another vampire emerges, acknowledging her special nature akin to Tito's. In a twist of fate, Pia is bitten by the vampire. As Pia awakens, she grapples with the realization of her transformation into a vampire. With the guidance and friendship of Doctor Voodoo, she navigates the challenges of her newfound existence. However, as sunset approaches, the imminent return of Doctor Voodoo poses a dilemma, knowing that exposure to sunlight would bring unbearable pain to her vampire form. Tito's return to save Pia highlights the depth of their bond. Despite her impulsive actions, with Tito's ability to shield her from the sun's harmful ray, Pia gains the freedom to venture out during the day. Impressed by Pia's bravery in defending a stranger against a vampire, Dr. Voodoo recognizes her potential and introduces her to the idea of Strange Academy, where she can find guidance and acceptance among others like her. Next, Blood Hunt, Strange Academy, Volume 1, Issue 2.